We are entering now a very important Sabbath, which is known with the name Shabbat HaChodesh, the Sabbath of the month. As we read in the Torah, in this Sabbath, in the synagogue, we read part of the portion of Bo, starting with the verse, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem Rosh Chodashim. This month is for you the first one of the months, Nisan. We know quite well that according to the tradition in Judaism, Nisan is the beginning of the month. So this is what we read, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem Rosh Chodashim, and really telling us about this month, preparing for Passover. Very important, as we said, Sabbath. It also is another name, basically the same idea. It's really Shabbat of Renewal, Chadash, Chidush, because in Hebrew the letters of Chodesh, month, and the letter of Chadash are basically the same. So what is important to know about it, as it is a time of renewal, it means the Jewish people renew themselves, and it is a time also with the season, the spring. It is an amazing idea. Shimshon Raphael Hirsch points out that basically the spiritual developments of Jewish people, even of men, correspond to the seasons, spring, Passover, starting, then definitely when the winter comes, the opposite, different kind of work, In fact, every festival basically in its time indicates to its essence. Very interesting. Passover, beginning, renewal, right? Building ourselves, a new nation. Then Sukkot is obvious. We are already starting the winter, the time of us and Sukkot, different kind of time when Jews really are building themselves in different conditions, you see, not so like the spring, winter, Chanukah, we know quite well when it happens and so on. So altogether, very, very interesting idea. Seasons of the year correspond to the seasons or eras or different times that the Jewish people build themselves really on the individual. So definitely this is a Sabbath of renewal, because really it's a new month, a new beginning. Interesting that the commentator Ber Moshe said that HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, the Gematria of HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, this month for you, basically the same Gematria of Mashiach ben David, Messiah son of David. Interesting, So no doubt that a lot of ideas behind this month, as I brought also, that it can be a time of Messiah, redemption, because as Arabas tell us that in future Jews will be redeemed on the month of Nisan, as in the past they were redeemed in this month, So the expression of the rabbis is Ben Nisan Igalu, in the month of Nisan they were redeemed, and Ben Nisan Igalu, in Nisan they will be redeemed. But apparently we need some condition to be redeemed. As the Rambam said, no. You have to do Shuvah, we'll be redeemed with Shuvah, repentance. And this is the time really for it. Now that when you are looking what we are having around this kind of situations, Iran threatening and blaming Israel for murdering, Retzach Am, a nation, murder, whatever you call it, but it's such strange that it is not a Retzach Am, is murderers. All those people, many of them who were murdered, killed, whatever you call it, they deserve it because they killed young and old babies. And not only this, according to our rabbis, if people don't protest, also under this category. Frightening, all the Arabs were for Hamas, all the Arabs agree the Jews have to be murdered, no? So this Retzach Ham, this is a murder of a nation, whatever you call it, is a name. It is a murder of murderers, yeah? What you can do? We see that God really pays for all those who kill this young and old. Oh, many of them already are down in the ground, but more of this is really what will bring the Messiah. This is fact, it is part of, very likely, the commandments to eradicate the Amalekite. Amalekite are people, murderers, want to kill. This is exactly what they saw those ones. So it is so strange how the world is so crooked and really, it's a harm, yeah, everyone should, wow, yes, the Israelis are killing the people. Okay, maybe some of them unfortunately are killed, but mainly the killing is for those murderers, for this one who plundered, this one is on top of those 7 who were killed, yeah, murdered, killed. Yeah, also they planned all this massacre against Jews, so they deserve this. Oh, they deserve this. So what is this? All right, murders, you should murder. You should kill and murder. So this is a time now that we are living, unfortunately, such a world of hypocrisy, of lies. So, okay, but we have to speak about this month, the month of renewal, Shabbat HaChodesh. Now it is interesting that this month is the 4th one of the 4 portions of the week which are read during this month. What are those? Shkalim. We read just before the month of Adar. Shkalim, about the coins, those coins, half of them, the Jews had to pay, to give for the building of the tabernacle, and half was given to indicate to Jews, look, you must know that you are half of the other one. All Jews are one unit, and one should know and understand his responsibility to his fellow man. All of us are one, part of God. Chelek Eloka Mimali, Nibu says, a part of God in heaven. So we are one. Yeah, Israel appear in the Torah in a singular, Nefesh Israel, yeah, while the Gentile plural, because Jews are one, you can see clearly, when Jews are unfortunately under threat of what is happening today, threat of murder by the Iranian. Doesn't matter, they will do it anywhere in the world. They do it wherever they find opportunity, like they did in the past in the embassy of Argentina, Israel and Argentina. They will do it everywhere where Jews are, because for them Jews are the same. Not even Israelis who are conquerors according to them, or Jews in America who are for Biden. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. One is a Jew, they are killing him. Because we are one, yeah, therefore left, right, and middle doesn't matter for them, they will kill anybody. Even the leftists were supporting them, frightening, most of the people who were murdered in this massacre by Hamas were leftists. Not in a negative way, but they were kibbutzim. There were people who really build kibbutzim, settlements, beautifully build them up. They were leftists, okay, but unfortunately, most of them were those who were killed, frightening. Religious one, Orthodox, who kept Sabbath, that will say that. So you can see, for the Hamas, for the Arab, doesn't matter anything. And the leftists in the past, demonstrations with PLO flags showing sympathy for, okay, But the truth is that a Jew is a Jew, left million the same. So, definitely important teachings that we have up till now, before, the thought will be good to the Arabs, they will be nice to us. No, look, those murderers around Gaza, they're working there, they got money, salaries there, they knew all these people there, who are the people who are on Sabbath at home, who are not at home, yeah. So, definitely this is a very, very important, significant situation. So the first portion which we read was called Shkalim, about counting the Jewish people with money, coins, everyone give half, to teach the Jews that they are one unit, as we said, and each one should be guarantor for his fellow man. And we see clearly that the Jews suffer all over the world, from the Arab, from the terrorists, from the Jewish, left, middle, right, it does not matter for the Arabs. Once he's a Jew, according to them, he deserves death. Frightening. Then, after reading this one, Shkalim, which is basically the build-up of the Jewish nation, to make them united, is the most important. Yeah, so just become a nation, Israel, a nation of God, Israel. Sarekel, the Zohar says, the letter Israel is Sarekel, the minister of God. I don't know how Lapid and Lieberman can have this name, Israel. Okay, but this is what Israel means, ministers of God, and they are a nation who is supposed to bring the light of the Torah of God to the world. And this is the first one we read before Adar, the month of Adar. Then comes a second one, which we read just before Purim, Zachor. remember what the Amalekite did to you. This Amalek, to remember the cruelty of these people, right? How they take Israel when they're really going out of Egypt, nothing, no land, nothing, only because they are Jews. Okay, our rabbis tell us this was unfortunately because they desecrated the Sabbath, no? You know quite well that trouble the Jews suffered because of desecration of the Torah. The Torah says the troubles, 98 troubles are mentioned in the portion we just don't keep the Torah, because it is read in the Torah just for the Holocaust. Okay, but still, cruelty of the Amalekites. Amalekites are people to lick the Jewish blood like dogs. This is exactly the Hamas, Amalekites, yeah. So we have to remember, mainly to remember why it came, to improve our ways and so on. So this is really the second portion, preparing us for renewal. Then comes the third one, which is very famous, red heifer. And the red heifer, very famous, very known, supposed to purify the man who is impure, right? Coming in contact with dead. And this is interesting, because purification, and heifer and para almost have the letters Peresh, which we spoke about the P and R, what they represent, power, yeah? So, interesting, so purification, this is the portion of para, the process of para is very strange, definitely is a mystical one, we don't understand, we'll know about it in future, but now we don't understand, like a man who will peep through a door there into operation room, he will shout, hey, they are murdering, they're killing this man, they're cutting him, and so on. No, because he see only the small picture, he doesn't see the whole picture, that these are doctors who try to fix him. The same thing will be the red heifer. Clearly indication that the Holocaust, we mentioned that burning, slaughtering the cow, according to the Midrash, the cow symbol, the symbol of Jewish people, when the unfortunately are going astray. But, the ashes are rebels, the ashes of this cow, heifer, purifies, and the leftover of it is brought to the holy place. And the Midrash says, it is Israel, indication that the leftover from the Holocaust will come back to Israel and start building the land. Yeah. hope you keep the Torah, that will be everything nice. But this is exactly what the reference, the para, the heifer, represent purification. Yeah? This is a stage that after we are a nation, after we remember what the Amalekite did, we did repentance, then comes the purification, because every sin causes impurity. So after these three stages, we are this Shabbos, renewal. You cannot renew yourself if all these now things upon you, machlokas, argument, no unity, when it is unfortunately translated in Torah, then impurity. After this, then can you renew yourself, and this is this Shabbos. This is Shabbos of renewal, the beginning of this month. Really, I want to say that this lecture, which I give now, is a memory of my daughter, the Dr. Judith Shalva, who passed away a few years ago, and her Yorsat is just on the eve of Rosh Chodesh Nisan, which is a great Rabbi Amar, the Rebbe of Jerusalem, said that it is the highest time in the year for the soul to depart. Interesting. No, she was a really very, very special girl, no doubt, a teacher at Yaakov, at Tikva, very devoted to her family, to her job. So this lecture will be for her memory, Yehudit Shalva, about Matityahu. So, what more we have? So we saw that there are 4 stages that we went through. Coming to the month of Passover, it means the month of Nisan, prepare for Passover. And then we have Shabbat HaGadol, the great Shabbos, just before Passover, which is basically the 5th Shabbos. But we don't read any portion this time, right? Yeah, definitely, Shabbat HaGadol is a great Shabbos. We read even the custom to read the part of the Agoda, to remember that my Agoda, Secrets of Agoda, came in many languages and available now by Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and some other places. Which really the Agoda, I put a lot of emphasis on the Holy Tongue to show how much is behind the Hebrew letters connecting with the events in Passover, everything, because our rabbis tell us that one of the merits for Jews that came out from Egypt is keeping the Holy Tongue. This kept them from assimilation. So worthwhile having this Agoda is in English, Secret of the Agoda. In Russian it was, I don't know, maybe sold out already, definitely in Hebrew, I'm historian B'Shem HaKodesh. Very important because, as I said, it came with many editions and emphasizing the Holy Tongue, really, the amazing ideas behind the letter. Takes Pesach, on Pesach itself, the letter of Pesach, you can write a whole book, what is Pesach, what is Paschet, what is numerical value, eternity, so much behind. So we have 4 parashiyot we read, and the 5th one, Shabbat HaGadol, we don't read. Why? Amazing idea behind it. There are 4 parts to the neshama, to the soul. Yeah? There is a part in the liver, the lowest part, which is called nefesh. There is a part in the heart, the emotional one, which is called ruach. There is another one in the brain, the moach, this is neshama. When you put tefillin on, we said we put the tefillin opposite the brain in which we have the neshama, the soul. And there is another one which is around, flying around, which is chaya. In fact, there is another one, a 5th one called yechidah, unique one, which is the highest. So basically, there are 4 parts, basic one, and one, the 5th one, which is really the source of everything, called yechidah, the unique one. So there are 5 parts, basically, to the neshama, to the soul. In Hebrew, you have, for each name, neshama is basically this one is the brain, but some use it for the general idea of the soul, of the spirit. Yeah? But in Hebrew, you have every part, its name, and exactly fits with the idea behind. This is about in my book, sparks of many books of mine which deal with the Hebrew language, like Letters of Fire, about the Zodiac. All this brought the ideas of the soul and the different part of it. So, what are the 5 parts? So it says the nefesh in the liver, ruach in the heart, spirit, neshama in the brain, chaya around, the source of life, and yechida is right on top. Yeah, those are like the aura, the light, yeah, of man. Yeah, aura. English word aura is really the Hebrew one, aura, light, and many other English words are taken from Hebrew. You can read about it in my book, Hebrew Source of Languages. Came out, yeah, you can see it's at Amazon. And also, basis of this idea, known that Isaac Mosesson, some very important books that, in fact, there are some universities in the state already agree that Hebrew was the source of languages. So my book, Hebrew Source of Language, is a very interesting one. One can get it in my site, GlazersonBook.com, in Amazon.com, many other books. So interesting, this is the aura, really, this chaya and yechida which are flying around. So, what is really the 5th one? Okay, the 4th one, we know. Now we said the first one is unity, shkalim, which is a part of the lowest part, physically. Then comes zachor, remember Amalek, or remembering. This is already the heart. You should try to have enmity, to feel the hatred to these cruel people, Amalek. And then comes the kara, then the neshama in your brain, really basically correspond to mental, to what they call today mental sicknesses, yeah, interesting, spiritual one. Then comes the 4th one, chodesh, yeah, again the chaya, yeah, because the renewal and life goes together, you know. If it is no renewal, it's death, yeah. Only renewal, learning more, yeah, elevating oneself in behavior and everything, learning more, renewal. This is life. This is again the part of the neshama, which is called chaya, life, yeah. But there is the 5th one, Shabbat HaGadol. That's this great Sabbath before Pesach is again the unique, the greatest. So the question why we don't read anything there also should be a part, like we have a part for the Torah for each one, yeah. For Parah we have a part for the red heifer, we have a long part in the portion of Chukat, yeah. Every portion we read something special. Why? Shabbat HaGadol, the 5th one we don't. So the Shem Yishmael says, unbelievable idea. He says that unfortunately, when a Jew, yeah, you know that when a Jew transgresses the Torah, it's very, very severe, and it causes blemish to his physical and spiritual. One should know that, yeah, that by transgressing the Torah, you are causing spiritual and physical. Maybe you don't feel it, but maybe when you feel some depressed and so on. Not simple. So, as the 4 parts can be affected by sinning. Definitely the physical, the nefesh, the heart, the brain, definitely wrong ideas come to the mind, or feeling. So definitely this is what a sin causes. I wrote a book about this, by the way, Repentance in Words and Letters. You can get it in Amazon, on my site, well, showing exactly what a sin does to you, yeah? What is avon, what is iniquity, what is sin, so much behind, so important. Okay, so this is famous and known that by sinning a man causes damage, effect to his nefesh, in the liver, in the heart, emotions, the mind, in the intellectual. Now the 4th one, our rabbis tell us, cannot be really defected, cannot be damaged because it's very high. But when a man sins, it disappears, runs away. Yeah. Amazing, but it's something like this. Because it will not be depicted, but still something is happening. But the fifth one, nothing happened to it, which indicates there is a fifth point. You know, in Yiddish it says a pintele point. It means this is a Jewish point, spark, which never will be damaged or defected. Amazing, right? It means a Jew, whatever he will do, there is a point that he will be a Jew. No. You know what happened in the Holocaust? People who tried to go out of Judaism, assimilating and converting Christianity. But what happened? Hitler, Ymar Shmo, came and reminded, hey, you are Jewish, into the furnace. This is a Jewish point which can never wiped out. Yeah, this is exactly. So because of this, on the four portions we reading the Torah, the effect on the mind, on the but on the fifth one, Shabbat HaGadol, don't have to read. Because nothing is damaged, because this is the point, the fifth point, which never. Amazing. So, now you understand what is the four portion and what's so important to bring to renewal of the individual and of the nation. This is this month. החודש הזה לכם ראש חודשים, we said, this month is a new one, the beginning of the month, and החודש הזה לכם משיח בן דוד, hoping that it will be. Yeah, you know, we have so many troubles now, the Jews have so many troubles, frightening. All the world, so frightened that Biden, you know, okay, those who want to give a Palestinian state to the Palestinians, very nice. But you know, we will control it, Hamas. And what will Hamas prepare there? Like they prepare in Gush Katif and all these places, bases to shoot missiles and to murder Jews. This is what will be. And it will be easier for them to do what they did on the 7th of October. Some people don't understand it. Jewish people in the state are for Biden. Okay, they think, oh, Biden is good for the country, from America. But for their brethren in Israel, they're a disaster. Already you saw what happened. All right, 1,500 Jews murdered in such brutal way. Frightening. And this was exactly what Donald Trump said. He's not a politician, but he's straight in his mind. He says clearly. He said if Biden will be elected, it's the end of Israel. And he's right, 100%, because it's clear what Hamas want to do, and this is what the Islamic law says. You saw in the internet. Israel, Jews are conquerors, they deserve death, young and old, babies, anything. We have to eradicate them, to uproot Jews from the world. Look in the list how many Jews got Nobel Prize, how much Jews contributed to the world. Don't know how many Arabs. But the world does not mind, They hate it. To Judaism so great, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll give up the new invention and the contribution of Jews. Better not. The frightening how the Satan is strong. So this is really, we are now in a time of renewal. And you know, to renewal, how the plant is renewed. Yeah, the plant which comes now, the spring beautifully. Yeah. All right, you know how they come. You put the seed in the ground, and what happened to the seed? It becomes rotten. rotten. Ooh. And then from this rottening, comes the point, the good point, the seed, and the nice flower tree comes out. This is exactly what is happening to Jews, right? Unfortunately, spiritually, some say it shows the Jews, unfortunately, they desecrate the Torah, so it's kind of rotting. But the other side, this is what the nations are doing to them. But in the end, the spark, the holy spark will come out. And the Jewish nation will come out in a beautiful way with a Messiah, with Elijah. Yeah, we are on the way. Now we are time of rotting, the leftists and so on is fighting against the Torah, against the Sabbath. This is rotting, I said that in the Hebrew language it's so beautiful, so rich in verse, the Hebrew language. In Hebrew I tell you 3 words, the same letters, different order. So you have the Hebrew word rekev, rotting, rakub, rotting, yeah. Rekev. You have the Hebrew word kever, the same letter, different order. Grave. Yeah, kever, grave, almost the same letter, like grave and grave, yeah. Grave. Then comes the Hebrew word boker. Lagid boker chazecha, the morning, time of loving kindness, light, and so on. All are the same letter. What is going on? What is the connection? Very simple. Kever, rekev. We have to bury a man. You know why? Yeah. That he will become rotten, and when the rotting will be finished, then the spirit will come out. Yeah? Amazing. And the man sins, he covers his soul with all kind of shells, whatever you call it, and the soul cannot live. People are righteous, they keep Torah and so on, there's no problem. Up to heaven at once. But unfortunately, a man who committed sins, so he covered his soul with all kinds of shells, klipot, what we call in Hebrew. Yeah? And the soul wants to come out, but he cannot come out. So the man have to rot. You're like a seed. Yeah? Exactly the same process. Yeah? The same. Yeah? And then, after 11 months, some say, yeah? This might be said Kaddish for 11 months, because we don't want to say that the man is wicked, that he needs 12 months. So 11 months, right? Saying Kaddish, it's Kadal Vid Kadash, and opening the shells will be rotten, and the soul will be able to spirit to come to his source up in heaven. Yeah. So this is kever and rekev. So the grave is for rotting. And then come boker, then come the morning. So, as you heard, this is really so much more about, to tell about the 4. It's so much about the number 4 in the Agoda. You have 4 sons, 4 questions. So in my Agoda, Secret of Agoda, I explain it with the 4, because the 4 is basically the 4 letters of God, Yud Ke Vav Ke. Also the 4 letters against the 5 parts of the Neshama, because they have in the Scot on the Yud, the 5th one. So it's amazing to see all this connection and everything, all the history have to do with the 4 nations, 4 kingdoms. It's so much behind. So in my Agoda you can find all these ideas. So meantime, have a good Shabbos of renewal. Yeah. Really, we need very much renewal after all this, what is going on now.